While Tavini, Dreamer, and Rian were visiting with the proprietors of Black Iron Blades, I found myself in an interesting little shop run by an interesting tabaxi woman by the name of Crystal. After a successful business transaction and a bit of interesting banter, I met up with the rest and delivered a gift to Miri. Hopefully no more innocence is stolen in this week's Short Quest, Long Rest.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We done pushed that button again.
Welcome back. Reminder, last time you guys reached the town of Bryn Shander, met a couple of the locals, split the party into myriad directions, had a bit of a jump scare as concerns a mounted fish.
Yep. Love jump scares.
Love old Bitey.
Yep.
And you find yourselves having given a task by a handful of dwarves. The ones known as Hruna, Corix, and Storn. Corix, the silent, deadly, many body parts missing from frostbite. Hruna, the raspy-voiced leader of the group. And Storn, the weird, skittish kid. You didn't really learn anything about him, but he seemed perpetually on the watch for dragons out every window, and any time he was under the open sky. Maybe a story there, maybe not.
Most importantly, we found out there's a person named Copper Knobberknocker.
Yes.
And that is so much more important than all of that. In fact,
really
you may have
is.
derailed this campaign so we can learn more about Copper Knobberknocker.
There is a great deal to unpack there, and I am excited for Copper Knobberknocker to make make your acquaintance.
He's gonna become like this universe's version of Benedict Cumberbatch, where you just say his name wrong constantly.
Bobber
Copper
Knocker.
Knobberknocker.
But also, you have to always say his full name.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah, he's not just Copper. He's not just Knobs or anything like that. Nope, he's Copper Knobberknocker.
Yeah, there's no nickname there. You address him as Mr. Copper Knobberknocker.
Excuse me, Mr. Knobberknocker.
No. The very strange gnome, the rock gnome, running around the town dressed in such heavy furs and very fluffy furs that almost make him look like a teddy.
He's like an Ewok. He's running around like a little Ewok.
I love it.
Alright.
We're gonna get sued.
It's my new best friend.
Yep.
Your best friend that you haven't met yet.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
He doesn't know it yet, but we're best friends.
We've never met.
Anyway.
But you're my best friend.
You have been given your first task.
Mm-hmm.
You are to head north towards Kelvin's Cairn. Because somewhere between Bryn Shander and there is the abandoned sled with several 100 pounds of ingots that the dwarves were bringing into town. After they were attacked by a yeti and one of their members torn asunder, they were unable to return. You have been sent in their place as they recover to see if you can't, if not find the body and find the ingots, see where they might have gone off to. Is there anything else you want to do while still in town? I do know that there was a bit of selling that went on.
Yeah, we were selling off Krellick's chainmail, and we were talking to one of the blacksmith shops to see if they could resize Tavini's breastplate for me, because it's expensive.
We will likely address that when you guys get back to town.
Okay.
As the process of reshaping a breastplate does require the addition of more material.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
She, Tavini, small creature, you, medium.
Yeah, I'm a
It's
big
going to
boy.
be a bit to work out there, and I believe that the addition of funds would help you immensely in that.
I don't know. I think Rian would look good in something tight. Like, it's a very fitted armor.
Oh my goodness.
Please, continue.
If you want me to homebrew some tight pants for him,
With your erotic description.
It wasn't gonna be erotic. It was just going to be
it's not just Copper Knobberknocker
stylish.
who's looking stylish around here.
Yeah.
Some tight leather pants.
Yep, some toy like a tiger.
Oh, God.
No, he doesn't wear. If anything, Rian's more functional.
Leather's functional.
Not really.
It kind of is.
Leather functional?
In, like these times?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
If you start wearing hot pants, like really, really tight pants,
Yeah?
hey, maybe I'll give you advantage if you have to squeeze anywhere.
Oh, nice. That's actually really funny. That's good. That's actually really good.
I'll take some hot
Be
pants.
great for a rogue.
Yep.
I would say -2 dexterity, advantage on fitting in tight spaces, up to one size smaller than your creature size.
Nice.
So if a small creature could go there, but a medium couldn't, you could because you were wearing tight pants.
And Tavini has disadvantage on ignoring the face height, but
Oh, God.
Nice.
That poor girl.
poor Tavini.
Just
We got a bit of
Poor
the
Tavini. She should
the
be so
labyrinth
lucky.
bulge going on. In the
Oh,
party.
jeez. You know, it's funny. I was going to call it the Bowie feet. Like, that was the joke I was going to I was like,
The
we should call
Bowie
that the
knuckle?
Bowie feet. Yeah.
Oh, God, no. Stop.
Oh,
Anyway,
I
you
love
guys
it.
want to play some D&D?
The dragon knuckle.
Yeah, we should probably get to that whole D&D thing.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Are we heading off into
This
the
is a
snows
PG
towards the
podcast.
mountain of Kelvin's Cairn or the hills?
I'll get my wood
yes.
later.
Yeah.
He said wood.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we'll
we are
discuss
heading north.
getting wood later.
Oh, sorry. Couldn't help myself.
That's a bad Eric.
I couldn't help it.
No.
Stop it.
Yeah, need a squirt bottle.
All right. So the question is if we're going to Kelvin's Cairn or Koenig? Is that the question?
Well, the sledge that you are being asked to retrieve is somewhere between Bryn Shander and Kelvin's Cairn, which is a cross-country trek.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like a side quest as opposed to our trip around to do all the Kelvin's Cairn, blah, blah, because this was just to go get that and come back, and then we were gonna, possibly with what we get paid, then buy supplies to make our trip all the way around to do our whole little excursion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, right on.
Unless it's something you guys want to ignore completely, I could send you in any direction you want.
No, I think this is a good idea, because, Rian right now is poor, so he does need some funds. And this sounds like at least a quick excursion into the snows to figure out, like, what this is really going to be all like when we actually have to, off-road.
I think it'll get him in good graces with the dwarves.
Yep, and that was one of the reasons, too, so that we get there. That way we could deal with, when we get to Caer Koenig, or Kelvin's Cairn, the dwarves were going to help us through the Dwarven Valley, and, if we could get on their good side.
Alrighty. So we're rocking some snowshoes, right?
Yep.
No dog sled, no bare boots. So, Kelvin's Cairn, as the crow flies from Bryn Shander, is about 17 miles. 18 if you're being like, oh, we're going to go through the Dwarven Valley and not fly because none of you can.
Mm-hmm.
That, according to our wilderness survival guide, you're going to be making half a mile every hour.
Oof.
So expect a few days of travel here.
Yeah.
Goody.
Yeah, that's... Damn, if we do 8 hours of travel, well, what can we do in a day? 16 hours of travel?
If we're lucky.
So, yeah, if we're lucky. So
Eight
that's
hours of
miles.
travel is safe. 16 hours of travel, you're going to be pushing it. I'm going to be asking you to roll for exhaustion come the...
Oh, okay. So
come
4 hours,
rest.
that's like, yeah, it's going to be like a week out there, damn. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. We got our snowshoes and yeah, I think everybody got. I think we all picked up in fire shear, cold weather clothing and snowshoes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, I say we start heading north. Get out to Bryn Shander and get to feel for these lands. See if we can hear about these dwarves and possibly get a little help when we decide to actually make our trek up to Kelvin's cairn to drop off that find the gentleman with the cold ring and make our little circuit around this area.
Alrighty. So, as you head north through the town of Bryn Shander, past the North Look, where old Bitey had given our resident dwarf a jump scare, and out the north gate, there are a handful of homes outside the actual walls, scattered settlements. Sparse trees, lots of bare rock. Fortunately, really rather dull out here on the tundra. You have scattered hills that really only give you a few miles of visibility, and it is starkly white under the heavy sort of semi-darkness that lies across the land here.
Oh yeah.
Travel for a good 4 hours, making your 2 miles, before that ribbon of light starts to weave across the sky, the shimmering of the aurora. Brightens things a little, and remains as you travel for how long do you guys think you want to go?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say we should push it. I don't know about everybody else's thoughts, but since we're going out into the tundra, it's probably not best if we exhaust ourselves and end up dead out there. So we thinking normal pace, 4 miles or whatever, in 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine as soon as around 8 hours is up, Felgren just plops into the snow.
That makes it easy.
Like,
we should push on.
am finished.
So I will ask for somebody to give me a survival check. See if you can't find a sheltered place to build a camp.
I will take a peek.
There you go. That's our dreamer.
That's our lad. 17, yeah. Easy enough. You find on the western side of a hill scattering of rocks that seem to have tumbled down and created a nice windbreak for you to set yourselves up on. There is unfortunately no descending sun to tell you that night is approaching, but that shimmering aurora does eventually start to fade. And if you guys are doing long rest, I'm gonna need whoever is gonna be doing watches to give me rolls in what order.
As the aurora fades, I'm going to cast Dark Vision on myself.
Ooh, smart boy.
Alrighty.
He's so smart.
It's nice to finally reach a level where you can do that, huh?
Tavini will take first watch because she's not as bothered by the cold, having lived here for a while.
Gotcha. Same. Reen will do second.
Croc will do third.
Right on. Tavini, do you want to give me that first of your perception checks? Is anyone joining you on watch? I imagine Dreamer setting up in sentry mode.
The usual.
The huge.
19. The night is quiet, aside from the whistling of wind. Seems to be blowing from the east, increasing the importance of the windbreak that Dreamer had been able to find. There is almost what looks to be a fog rolling across the open ground. And as you're kind of staring about yourself, you notice it's not a fog, it's just the little particles of snow being carried on the wind, diminishing visibility somewhat. However, nothing bothers you, no wildlife, no imminent threat to life and limb, and your watch passes uneventfully. If the next could roll me perception.
Got it. Nope, no, it's persuasion. One gets me every time.
Tavini just goes over to the sleeping Rian and shakes him awake, and then once he's up, goes back to sleep.
Okay. I'm up. Okay.
Miri just burrows deeper into your sleeping bag.
Yeah, but
Groan.
like, oh, don't let me bother you there, princess. And he gets up jokingly and kind of stretches it out and heads out a little bit to observe the area.
The increasing winds kind of kick up more of the snowfall that lies on the ground, decreasing visibility further. Yet your watch passes uneventfully,
Oh, yay!
and 2 hours without any harm to life or limb passes.
I was worried about that 12.
You should be.
But you should be.
You.
Ha! Got him!
My next watch?
Yeah. Walk over and give Krellick a kick.
Hey, I don't want
There.
to.
Come on, old man, it's your turn.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, okay.
It's hard to love, you ornery old bastard.
So, he's gonna get up and take his turn.
15.
Hey, not bad. 15.
Again, the blowing winds have diminished visibility somewhat, kicking up at light covering a snow that lies over everything. Visibility is probably reduced now to about 40 feet. A little difficult for you to be able to keep your watch, but nothing comes looming out of the darkness. However, you are starting to hear a very high keen as the wind whistles through cracks in the rocks that you had sheltered beside. It also shifts and starts to come from the north a bit, in the direction you guys are heading come day, or quote-unquote daybreak.
Yeah.
Ah, that's not gonna be good. So, I guess, Pelgrin's the last one?
Are we just doing 3?
Well, no, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. But yeah, I mean, he's taking watch every other time. So
If we're doing 2-hour shifts, Dreamer is awake for the final
Oh, okay.
watch.
Yeah, do you only sleep like half? Is that what Warforged do or
6.
something like that?
I need 6.
6 hours. Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. He taps Dreamer on top of that. It's yours now, big guy.
Just look. eyes go from black to colored, and just sits there, nods, and keeps an eye out.
Can you give me that perception check? Do you do anything while you were sitting on watch?
Not tonight. Ooh,
Okay.
7.
Oof. Natty 2. Oh, man.
Malfunction. Malfunction.
Yeah. Malfunction.
Malfunction.
Danger. Danger,
You know,
Will
it's-
Robinson.
It's a little strange because you've kind of been in your sentry mode for the entirety of the rest here. I keep wanting to call it night. And in your very sort of dim awareness of everything that goes on around you, you've watched as the visibility has diminished over time. Almost now to about 30 feet in all directions. The wind has picked up significantly, and everything is just white once you go beyond about 30 feet beyond yourself. However, nothing disturbs your long rest, and you guys are able to get back to moving if that is your wish. I will tell you now that a blizzard is descending upon you. Visibility, as the rest of you awaken, reduces to about 20 feet. Kelvin's Cairn, away off in the distance, the low hill that is visible throughout almost the entirety of the dale because of these very broad sweeping tundras, has vanished from view as the blowing snow and the increasingly howling wind engulfs the party. Do you want to ask what you guys want to do? Are we proceeding in this blizzard, or are we sitting tight for a bit longer?
Well, what do you guys think? I'm not familiar with trekking across long tundras.
I mean, you just walk straight, right?
Aye, but in a blizzard, it's not always as easy as it sounds. But,
Snow isn't my forte.
no, mine either. But, honestly, I'd probably turn to Davini on this one. What do you think? You've lived up here before. Like, do you think we should hunker down until the storm passes? Or should we push on I'm a little afraid we might get lost in the storm, but then again, as Grin said, if we just walk straight, how could it go wrong?
How often, how long does Tavini remember blizzards lasting?
I would say make me a nature check, if you would be so kind. I would say since you've lived up here, you can roll it with advantage.
Ooh, yeah, advantage.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, natty 20.
Oh, okay, well that's a nat 20.
Slapped it.
I know everything of storms.
In your familiarity living here in the north, you would estimate that these storms can last anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, maybe longer. They tend to blow over in the course of a day, particularly if the winds are high enough. It just, wherever the storm front is, just sweeps right over you.
And typically, you either stay indoors or you have dog sled.
In your experience, you either stay indoors or you stay put. There is a high risk of, if you are traveling, becoming separated from one another.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is not advised to roam around when there is blizzard.
Aye, that makes sense. Okay, well, then I guess we hunker down until the storm blows over.
Ogre just throws his head back.
We should probably get some more wood on that fire. Keep it nice and hot so we don't end up freezing out here.
Fine.
And,
just kind of trudges off towards the nearest trees.
Yep.
I would say, looking immediately around your position, there are no trees within 30 feet of the fire, for those of you who can see in the dark.
Oof.
But you do recall, maybe 2 or 3 minutes back the way you came, passing a small stand of pine.
Oof. I don't know about venturing away from this camp here, but I can go. I know back a little bit. There's some wood, but perhaps we should tie someone off so they don't get lost out there.
But I think we have rope long enough for that.
Well, everybody's got like 20 yards, right?
Yeah, she said
50 yards?
said a ways.
I said a couple minutes.
I don't think that's
But
gonna fly.
but yeah, I guess. Well,
Quick, someone whip out a calculator.
Yeah,
if you could do half a mile in an hour, how far do you think you can get in 3 minutes?
nice.
If we are moving camp, we need to tie ourselves together and go quickly before blizzard hits.
It's actually a good idea. If we tie each other off, maybe we can make our way back towards that, back to the tree line set up in there. Maybe it won't be so bad with the blizzard coming in.
When the blizzard hits, we need to stop where we are, or we will get very cold.
And I assume that where we're at right now, like the wood we have probably isn't going to last us another day. Like, if I had to-
Probably looking at 1 to 2 hours,
Gotcha.
if that. If you keep it protected, if the wind doesn't blow it out.
Well, I think we need to make our way back to that forest, or trees, or whatever it was. Otherwise, we run the risk of this fire burning out, and if we do, I don't know how long we're going to last in this cold.
Well, let's just move, and if it hits, we stay still. Tie each other together and keep going.
Okay, well, it's a good idea. Let's, in fact, I say we tie ourselves off right now. Make sure that we're all close together, just in case. We don't want it to come out of nowhere on us and all of a sudden we not be able to find each other.
Would it not be enough to hold on to the rope?
I mean, yeah, I guess technically that would work.
I'd rather have both my hands free.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Plus,
You don't know
you
what's
don't
going
know
to
what's
be.
in the-
Yeah, you don't know what's going to be trudging out of that storm.
yeah, we've seen Yeti out here, twice the size of man. They come, pick one of us up, yank you away from the rope, and you're gone. We're all tied together. We're not going anywhere.
there is also a falling over.
Very true.
That is true. So yeah, I mean, you're free to just take the rope in hand, Dreamer, but yeah, I'm going to tie myself off just to be safe.
Tavini's
I
getting her
suggest you
rope
all do the
out
same.
and got her stuff packed up, ready to go. She's hurrying because she knows how quickly these things can come.
Okay, Krellick's gonna tie himself.
So you guys are all either grabbing onto a rope or tying yourself to a lead line.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like wrapping around
So
myself.
who's taking the lead? Who's our main navigator here?
I mean, Dreamer's the obvious choice, but I think Rian would like start forging the way.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Krellick would wait.
Yeah, we all take the lead. We just walk in a
Yeah,
straight line.
let's go.
Alright, I will...
Yeah, Fulgrim does not take the lead.
Nice.
No, sir.
Here's our rules on blizzards again.
Mm-hmm.
So, clever choice on your part to have everyone kind of, either grabbing or tying themselves to a rope, because it's going to make the coming survival checks a lot easier to stay on course. I presume you guys are heading towards the sleigh laden with ingots still, or have plans changed?
Yeah, we were gonna head back towards just that tree line you said that wasn't that far off.
Yeah, all right.
And we were gonna make camp there, and just so we had a good supply of wood to make us or carry us through the night or day or whatever you want to call it.
However long the blizzard lasts.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of ease, I'd say it's close enough that once you guys get started kind of group coordinating, you are able to find your way to that stand of trees. And in hunkering down, could somebody roll me 2d4?
2d4?
I got it.
2d4.
That's how many... Oh, God. You...
Oh, Jesus. Of course I roll max on that.
It could be nothing.
Stupid dummy.
It could
I
be
know.
nothing.
Why did I say I would do it?
The blizzard lasts for 8 hours.
8
minutes, you say? Well, that's very
8
good.
minutes, you say, yes. We couldn't have been luckier. We didn't even need to walk back to the wood.
Lasts for 8 hours as...
Oh, God.
And in the last 2 hours or so, the wind starts to die down, and the snows settle around you. And as the storm finally passes, moving off to the southwest, over some of the lakes and towards the ocean there, you find that the lingering particles of snow in the air, as they settle, visibility gradually starts increasing from 30 feet to now 40, improving to 50, 60. You're able to see about an hour into the storm's tail as well as you could any other night. Are you guys proceeding onward? We still have, let's see, you just finished a long rest. 8 hours sitting in the storm thanks to that roll.
Yup. Yeah, I'd
still
say...
Still be high energy.
Yeah, well...
Travel like, what, 4 to 6, maybe? Or more?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can get a full 8 in. I mean, we're just gonna have to plop down as soon as we get to the end of it, though. But yeah, as I say, we got 8 hours wasted on the storm. We put in another 8 hours, that'll still give us a solid 8 for resting again, so...
Alright, let's go.
Alrighty. You travel about 2 hours northeast, proceeding towards the cairn, which has, now that the storm has passed, become visible again distantly on the horizon there. You're now about 10 miles off from it. And I will say Dreamer, because that passive perception of yours, as you are cresting a hill, you notice that there is about a 2-foot wide chasm under your feet. You almost step into it there. And looking down, you see a metal haft about 3 feet down below you.
Ooh. Googling haft. Okay, got it.
Like a handle.
Yes. I probably should have known that, but here we are. Okay, so like a climber of some...
It's partially buried in the new snow.
Dreamer will hold up his hand to get everyone to stop.
Navy SEAL
What
style.
does that mean? Why is he holding his hand up?
It means to stop.
I thought he was waving.
That's... Felgren just nods. Is something wrong, Dreamer?
How deep is the chasm?
Looking down, it's probably only about 10 feet. You see as you're looking down that it does widen up at the bottom there, and that there does seem to be fresh fallen snow that has piled up. So, could be deeper under that fresh snowfall, but...
There's a chasm here, and I see something.
Is it the chasm that you see?
It looks like a handle or something.
I think Felgren would approach and kind of peer over.
Yep. Kralik would do the same.
You see a metal handle, dusted with snow, almost about 6 inches thick, along its very slim shape, embedded in the ice under your feet.
Ooh, thick.
With juicies.
How wide is the chasm?
Only a few inches. Wide enough that you... similar to, say, the handle of your mace or an axe.
Oh, so no squeezing down there.
You just call down. Everyone down there.
Your voice echoes faintly.
We tried.
Well, unless you want to start hacking at the ice, I'm not certain we can do anything, Dreamer.
Well,
I could melt some of the ice.
That seems like a poor idea.
I mean, might be able to lower someone down.
Maybe someone Tavini's size could not reach it, but one of you lying on your belly probably could. If that were something you wanted to do.
Okay.
I
Kralik will do it.
Felgren has the thinnest arms, I would imagine.
So, well, the gap is about 2 feet
Oh,
wide
okay.
for you to get down in
Oh.
there, so it's pretty easy. Kralik,
okay.
if you want
said
to...
a few inches. Okay, that makes more sense.
No, the handle is about a few inches wide.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha.
And it's just that, deeper down, you see that the chasm does widen up a little. But, Kralik, you're going for it?
Yep, why not?
Well, what if this
Alright,
is
you do have to...
some sort of load-bearing axe?
Oh,
I think he just slowly turned towards like a load-bearing axe.
If this...
You've seen a lot of load-bearing axes in your day.
No, but I haven't seen an area that's constantly night either, Rian.
Okay,
He's right.
I would give you that one a little bit, but I don't think it's a load-bearing
Don't
axe.
come
That
crying to me
seems-
when this glacier crumbles.
Oh, don't worry. We'll probably all be dead, so don't worry
Oh,
about
you'll
that.
be dead, I'll be alive.
No, you're to be dead. What do
No,
you think about that?
you.
well,
I
they're
said-
bickering. Kralik's gonna
I
just
said
grab
that
it.
you will be dead, and that's what
Alright.
it's going to be.
Give me just a strength check to try and yank it free.
Swear to God, if it's a load-bearing axe.
23.
Oh, hell.
You'll
no.
never hear the end of it.
I know.
So, laying on your stomach, as you reach down, and at the very end of your fingertips, wrap your hand around the handle of what, from your position now, as you're able to kind of see it a little better, you see is an ice pick. Like an ice climbing axe. With a mighty pull and a creaking of ice.
God, I knew it.
You do indeed find yourself tearing it free. You also find yourself ripping loose a chunk of ice. And the shelf that you are on, lying prone as I have said, gives way.
Mistakes were made.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it!
8. You go tumbling headfirst 10 feet down and land with a soft thump into a bed of
Felgren
snowdrift.
slowly turns his head to Rian.
You said load-bearing axe. That's a load-bearing pick.
The load
Completely different.
fell. Rian.
That wasn't the point I was arguing. I was arguing that it was a load-bearing axe.
Kralik,
That's a load-bearing pick.
are you-
We should probably get to Kralik.
Are you
yeah, we should.
dead?
Kralik.
Kralik's just down there making Kralik angels.
The snow is deep enough. You don't take any fall damage. You do find yourself in a almost, now that you're standing in it, about up to your waist in soft snow, chasm with about a 2-foot gap above you, and a good chunk of it kind of ripped off from the side that you'd fallen from. I will say though, now that you have this pick, you're able to give it a look over.
Yes.
You recognize it is dwarven made.
Ooh.
As you turn it over in your hand, you see the name Storn sort of printed in dwarvish script, stamped into the hilt, the base of the handle.
Dorn?
Storn. Is one of the dwarves that you had drinks with. The one that was being nervous at the window.
Krellick,
What?
are you aware that there might be a corpse down there?
A corpse? No.
Well, that axe belonged to somebody.
Yeah, it belonged to one of the dwarfs back at the tavern.
What?
Yeah, his name's Storn. It's right here on the pick.
Were they out here with them? That's...
Well,
Yeah.
they were part of the people bringing the ore to town.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But
Well,
he's just gonna do a quick feel, see if there's anything around on the ground through the snow.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, he's so good at these. Oh, 14.
Not bad. 14's not
14. Feeling around in the snow underfoot, you do not find anything else. You do, however, now you're kind of giving a look, see that to your left, the narrow chasm you find yourself in tapers, and about 30 feet away actually comes to an end. If you guys had been about 40 feet that direction, you would have bypassed this completely. To your right, the chasm kind of opens up, sort of bowing outward underneath, and you see from where you're standing that your friends above are standing on a very precarious ice shelf. You can also see, in sort of the curved surface leading back up, 3 sets of what are very clearly the struggles of perhaps the 3 dwarves crawling their way out. They must have fallen down here as well.
Wow.
Sometime during their travel from the sled that they abandoned to Bryn Shander.
So they're all on the shelf?
Yeah, you see everyone above you on that shelf. Unless somebody is hanging back from the edge there, where you fell.
No, I imagine Rian ran right up to the up to the edge to check on him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's probably even pulling out his rope right now, like getting ready to fish it down to him.
Okay, maybe you should guys... Tavini, a dreamer, maybe you should get to the other side and help me from over there.
Yes.
What do you mean? What's going on? What do you see down there?
I don't know, I'm trying to see if they can see it from the other side.
Dreamer will shuffle around.
Yep, same with Tavini.
It's only about 2 feet wide. Tavini, you do have to kind of like hop over, maybe get a little assistance, but it is wide enough to just kind of reach your foot out and step over. And when you are on the other side and you kind of look back to where the others are, you see what Krellick sees, which is again that Felgrin and Rian are standing on a very precarious ice shelf.
So, Krellick's gonna narrow his eyes and pull out his crossbow. I think I see something over there.
Oh, you asshole.
And he's gonna shoot the ice shelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a monster.
I had to.
Yeah, I hope we're looking at these avalanche rules.
Roll me damage. It's only about 10 feet in soft snow. It's not like it could do.
Oh yeah, he's got the heavy crossbows. That's a 1d10.
Yes. 2.
Thank God you roll for shit.
Damn it.
All right. So your crossbow bolt kind of sticks into the ice a couple inches below the tip of Rian's boot and sort of embeds itself there, quivering.
Yeah. I think Rian jumps back. He's like, what the hell are you doing down
It
there?
was a misfire. It's cold.
Oh, you pulled out the crossbow and aimed it and misfire.
You're jumping back, Rian.
Yeah.
As your boots come back down again, there's that soft thump of snow. And Krellick, you and the others who had crossed to the other side see from the point where that crossbow bolt struck, spiderwebbing cracks on either side. And I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from Felgrin and Rian.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm good at this. Sort of. Not that good. 11.
Yes!
Damn it.
Yeah. 19.
Felgrin, you are able to leap across to the other side without issue. Rian, you and Miri with you, as she is currently perched on your shoulder, go tumbling with about 20 square footage of ice and snow just shoomp down about 10 feet, which not enough to cause fall damage. It does, however, completely bury the three of you.
Yeah.
Worth
Three
it.
of us.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Your worth it is extremely muffled, as below the three who are still on the other side, you can see nothing of the others beneath the snow and the ice.
Oh, this is going well.
Miri, Rian, and Krellick, you are currently suffocating.
Awesome. Okay. Number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier. Minimum of 30 seconds. So...
I will say that you have disadvantage. You are currently, I should say, restrained.
Yep.
Meaning the others are going to have to dig you out.
Snow is water, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna start moving it with shape water.
Interesting interpretation.
Hey, I asked it's up to you, but I'm putting it out there.
Now, part of shape water is that you are able to change the state of water, right? From solid to liquid back and forth.
I don't know. It only says you can freeze water. It doesn't say the opposite.
It doesn't say the
It says it unfreezes in an hour, but it doesn't say anything about turning frozen water into regular water.
Yeah, that's true.
It says you can cause water to form into simple shapes and animate at your direction. This change lasts for 1 hour. You instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage. And then you can change opacity. Yeah, and that's color and opacity is the only other thing. So it doesn't say anything about being able to mess with the opposite, going from ice to... As much as I would love to say, yes, he just lifts all the water or all the snow off me.
All right. I think I have a way to resolve this.
All right.
Yep.
I'd love to hear it.
Battle to the death. Oh, no, never mind.
Roll me a charisma check
Ooh,
using your proficiency modifier,
how low can you go?
like a spell casting check.
So that would just...
And then we'll do some more looking into that at a later date. I just want to see.
So just like an ability check.
Just an ability check with your charisma there. 19.
Rolling 19s today, apparently.
So Felgrin, in short order, over the course of a few minutes, you are able to move enough of the snow off to one side that you gradually uncover the three who had been buried. Miri, being the smallest, is the last to be exposed to the open air, and she comes up kind of coughing.
Oh, jeez.
Like you
Are you alright, my dear?
Yeah. She's just glaring at Krellick.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's really funny, wasn't it? Could have died.
It was worth it.
Like you just...
Still, like, buried in the snow halfway. It was worth
Got
it.
his arms, like, trapped. He's just wiggling.
Cast Thorn Whip on Krellick to pull him out.
Nice. What is that, 1d8?
Oh my god. I think he would
It's
just
probably
kind
not
of
gonna work.
let the snow fall Load the
that what you
bearing
wanna do, yeah?
axe.
I'll cast Thorn Whip to pull Krellick out.
Nice. This is what you get. Oh, it's only 1d6.
Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. All right. Connects. Go ahead.
I don't think it
roll
does
damage.
it hit his AC.
I'd say I don't think it does.
Wait. Oh, does
No.
hold on. Does
No,
all right,
it doesn't.
Krellick, I will say, are you defending yourself against this oncoming thorn whip?
No.
Nice.
No. Does an 18 match your AC without your shield? Like if you're not
With
actively trying to defend yourself?
with shield 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, shields +2.
No, my AC is still higher.
Yeah, what are you, 19? Yeah, you're 19 and 21, aren't you?
Yep.
So your thorn whip, I will say, it does connect. The man is too heavy for it to do anything at this time.
All that damn armor.
He got bulk. I will say, however, there is a nice, brand new pile of snow and ice created by yours truly, Felgrin, off to one side to climb.
Nice. Damn, that boy thick. He thick, yo.
You do, however... Oh, you know what? Never mind, because,
Damn, boy.
you didn't hit, so you don't take any damage.
Nice.
Well, for the sake of brevity, unless you guys want to linger down there for some reason.
No.
No?
Yeah, I think he's fighting his way out now.
Yeah.
Trying to get Miri out, and he's a little pissed. He's like, oh, everybody just wants to goof around and play at this. We're in the middle of the tundra. We could die out here. But no, let's shoot arrows at the ice.
Oh, I'm Brian. Let's be serious all the time. No fun. Fuck you guys. Settle down, lad. Settle down.
Tavini's just like quietly helping them out of the pit.
Everybody's like really awkwardly like, oh jeez.
You have to have a little fun sometime.
Oh yes, suffocating in a glacier sounds
Did,
like
did
a lot
anyone
of fun.
suffocate? Did
Because-
anyone suffocate?
Because of me, Krellick.
Well, fine.
You're welcome.
Actually, thank you, Grin. I appreciate that.
What kind of lunatic shoots a crossbow at someone?
He's gonna attempt to raise his hand out of the snow.
You raising the crossbow?
No, yeah, he pulls the crossbow and fires it at you.
He starts reloading it.
I'll show you. I'll show them all.
So it's about that time while you guys are having this conversation that Felgrin,
Yes.
you feel something under your boot, under the snow.
Look down.
You know, sort of moving your boot to one side, you see red on the bottom of your boot. And see that the snow underneath it, you've tamped down enough of it that you see red-colored snow that has been covered by the blizzard.
Is there perhaps a lumpy mass nearby?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, I'm not as good at these.
I believe in you.
Okay, it's not terrible. 13.
No. Yeah, 13's not
13?
awful.
There are actually several.
Several. Good.
You see about 4 or 5 different sized lumps under the snow on this side of the chasm. You guys have been kind of distracted before by the ice pick stuck in the side of the ice beneath you. There's very distinctly now myriad shapes under the snow around you. I just said that twice.
He's gonna start, I guess, kicking snow off the first lumpy mound.
The one nearest you is almost rectangular in shape, and it takes you only a few seconds for you to expose a headless torso buried under the snow, partially frozen, actually completely frozen by this time.
Wow. That's nice. Does it look like it was, like, cut? Or, like, eaten?
It very distinctly looks that it has been chewed upon.
Is it naked?
It is not. It is wearing furs similar to what you had seen the dwarves in town wearing. The ones that Krellick went off to speak to for a bit.
He's just gonna start uncovering them one by one. Just hastily.
Yeah, you find yourself with a myriad of severed limbs, each of them in various states of having been masticated. As you stomp around over the site, you do also expose still more red snow, and there's just viscera almost every step you take.
Are we up out of the hole now?
Yeah.
You guys are up out of
I
the
think
hole
he's
now.
probably exposed most of it by the time you get out.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of looking at it.
When he gets up, he'd be like, "So this must have been where the Yetis attacked."
Oh, well,
Like, what
There is no sign of the sled that they said would be here.
I don't
And
see.
no tracks because blizzard.
Oh, jeez.
So is that like one body, just different parts of it, or?
One body, different parts of it, not 100% of the body there.
Oh, okay. So it is only just one body been ripped apart.
Yeah,
Okay.
part of it's in a belly somewhere.
Yep. Man. Oh, jeez. This is Well, this isn't great. As I say,
I think fucked is the word.
Did they did they say that they fell in a crevasse?
They just said they were attacked by a Yeti. That was it.
Aye, that seems.
Might have been how they got away.
Yeah, you think you would made a comment of his him having to climb out of a chasm, but I guess I don't know.
There wasn't more to that chasm, right? Like, it was just...
He said it opened
just a
up along the
small-
other way.
It opened up the other way, but from how it was before you guys fell in, there's no way that a sled could have fallen down there.
Okay.
It would have very clearly left signs that it had fallen from the, even just the chunk that broke off when Krellick fell.
Yeah.
So looking over this body, is there anything like to identify him?
Go ahead, roll me investigation. And if I could get a survival check from somebody.
Dreamer or Tavini?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dreamer.
Krellick's gonna call for help to investigate this body.
Oh, man. 8 on survival.
8? Yeah. Unfortunately, there is really nothing to see in the snow here. Nor is there anything worthwhile on the body.
Yeah, Krellick was just
Well.
looking for like something with a name or something on it.
Well, it's obviously their
You
friend
you
that
do
got killed.
recall that the name of the dwarf that had died, from what Haruna was saying, is Obak. It can be assumed that these are Obak's remains.
Yeah, but he also said he would return with the body, and he doesn't feel like carrying around a frozen corpse the whole time.
Nice. Yeah, no way to check for tracks. That
Maybe we follow the body parts.
Aye, that's not a bad idea. I mean, if they're, perhaps we can figure out
At least the
if we have
direction.
this. Yeah, if we can find like the red from where the body goes and the pieces are scattered, maybe there's a slight blood trail that at least points us in the right direction. But
Yeah, so all of you, or whoever is, sort of, wants to look under the snow, if you want to roll me investigation checks.
okay, I'll give it a shot.
See if we can't piece
Yes!
this puzzle together.
19.
Alrighty. So Felgrin has exposed a lot of the site already while you were still climbing your way out. And it doesn't take long, after kind of dusting off a lot of this, to notice that several of the pieces of guts and viscera that are lying about, there is a very definitive pattern to them. It almost seems as if something has been dragged over them, heading further northward.
Okay. Well, it looks like something was dragged over top of these pieces of this poor bastard. It looks like they headed north. Now, the question is, are we willing to head straight into a possible Yeti den to get this cart back?
Krellick's tying the pieces to the body together to make it one whole piece. He just kind of looks up and goes, "Abso-fucking-lutely."
We already resigned ourselves to fighting a Yeti, right?
Yeah, no, we were ready for that. And we were ready for possibly more than one, so...
Well, depending on how many, we'll see what we see. If we don't like it, well,
That's
get
true.
out.
And of course, we know Dreamer can actually talk to him. We actually might have some negotiation on the table here if we can figure something out. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. In the meantime, let's like I said, it heads north. So I say we head that way. See if we can't locate where this sled was taken.
Krelik's gonna strap the body to his back and hold the shield out.
Who's leading who does it look like is going to lead the group?
Well, since Rian found the tracks, he'd be willing to take the headway.
Tavini goes over to Rian.
Could I say a prayer?
Oh, absolutely. We're most likely going to their den, so we're not in any real rush. But yeah, if you'd like to say a prayer over the dead, I think it's the least we can do for him.
Yeah, she will just take a minute to say a prayer over the deceased, and then when she's done asking the Father of the Forge to guide his soul on afterwards, she will reach out to Rian and say a prayer over him to guide their group.
Oh, Father, guide us.
And she will cast Enhance Ability.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Yippoo.
And what am I getting? You giving me wisdom? Or intelligence? Or...
Yeah, Al's Wisdom.
Sounds good.
You also
Doesn't help on
gain
any
2d6
perception.
temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, that's Bear's Endurance.
nice.
2d6?
That's
Oh
Bear's
yeah,
Endurance.
no, it's bears.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
Al's
I was
wisdom.
like, oh, sweet.
So you have
2d6 is a
advantage
lot.
on wisdom checks.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that'll be good for perception. And, okay, cool.
For the next hour.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'll lead the way. Let's start heading north, everybody. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on a swivel. And thank you, Tavini. I appreciate that. Feel like, don't know. I feel more alert.
So we'll say you travel for about 20-30 minutes or so before something catches your eye in the darkness. And not northward, but about 200-300 feet off to your right, turning east. There appears a very faintly flickering torch. It is difficult to make out. You do see what appears to be a sled illuminated by torchlight with being pulled by something that is too distant to identify.
I mean, quietly, I'd kind of like tap whoever's behind me and point that way, and like get everybody's attention.
I think Krelik would be right behind Rian,
Oh.
carrying the body and all.
Right.
Well, I could get some perception checks.
Sure thing. With advantage. Or is that just saving throws?
Checks.
No, wisdom checks. Okay.
Man,
Wow, that's
seven.
not great. 11 and a 3.
From everyone?
Yes.
Good.
Everyone that wants to participate in this role.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I was like,
Yeah.
I got 13, then 7, then 5. I was like, oh no. Am I going to be the highest with the 13?
Yes, Rian, I see the
There you
snow.
17 for me.
Alrighty.
17 and 19 with Tavini and Dreamer. Love it.
Yep.
So, the pair of you are distinctly able to make out that whatever is hauling the cart, there are multiple of them. They appear to be small, and they are certainly not Yeti. And I say cart, I should be saying sled.
Are they going quickly or...
They're going fairly slowly in the deep snow. Seem to be struggling under the weight of some load.
That is not a Yeti.
Like, what is it? Do we see like anybody on the cart with it, or do we just see the small shapes pulling it?
You can see the small shapes pulling it. There doesn't seem to be anyone driving the cart.
Hmm.
Or, sorry, the sled. I'm gonna keep making that mistake. It's almost impossible to see them at all because of the, sort of heaped load that is on this sled as it seems to have turned eastward.
Let's investigate that. Do you think that the sled and the dogs got away? I
One
mean,
way to find out.
Doesn't say. Maybe the Yetis had their fill and just left the sled and the dogs alone. That might be them. Okay, let's see if we can catch up there. And we'll huff it towards that way.
Great. Then I can finally take you to your newest map.
Yay!
It's a battle map.
Because as you emerge out of the darkness, you find yourselves about 100 feet or so behind a sled being pulled by a sextuplet of goblins.
Oh,
All of them dressed in very, very thick furs. You can hardly tell what they are until one turns its face in the torchlight and kind of glances nervously over its shoulder, almost seeming to lock eyes with you, but very distinctly sort of going back to the task of pulling the sled. Does not seem to have spotted you as you're too far out. There is beyond it now. You could see that the light source that you had spotted is actually 2 torches, and that there is a larger sled. This one, almost a vertical tower, about 10 feet tall, being hauled ahead of the sled laden with what is presumed to be the ingots you were sent after.
Oh, looks like goblins got a hold of the cart, huh?
You did it too.
Ah, shit. It's a cart. No, it's not a cart, it's a sled.
yes, they
That
do.
that one looks like it's got wheels.
They do have the cart.
Yeah, I do apologize for that.
Fine.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, you're
So
upset
hard to
because
find, like-
the asset doesn't have sleds instead of wheels. You're fine. Immersion breaking. We should just quit.
Oh, I'm
For
so
real.
sorry. Anyway, continue if you would.
Well, they don't seem to have seen us yet. Perhaps we can get the drop on them? Or maybe create a distraction? I don't see us stealing that cart away without them seeing us. Any ideas?
Nothing good for me.
Speak
No.
to them?
It's so far away.
Speak to goblins?
I don't speak goblin enough.
Gods, no.
Honestly, never really dealt with them much.
Tavini's like little eyes light up and she looks at Dreamer.
Could you make Yeti noises and scare them away?
Oh.
Are
You
gonna-
know-
you're gonna
you
do
know,
you're gonna do an Obi-Wan?
If you do, I could offer some visual aid.
Oh, like what you did with the mast back at on the icebreaker, eh?
Mhm.
Ah, I see.
I'll have to find some sort of shrub because I don't think I could create something so tall, but we could make it work.
You could make it come out of the snow.
Indeed.
I do it off to the side, that way they're paying attention to it. We can come
Oh.
around from the other side.
How close do you need to be?
He starts counting on his fingers.
I'd say roughly 60 feet.
Relatively close, I suppose.
We'll say they definitely do not seem to have noticed you, and as they continue to pull this sled closer to this vertical one, the lead sled does not appear to be moving, and you watch as a much taller, comparatively, maybe by a few inches, goblin hops down out of the back, kinda seems to shout a order to the team pulling the sled, and then walks around out of sight to the front of the lead sled.
Can we see what's at the front of the sled?
Probably not from
Make me a
here.
perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh. Noof.
Noof.
A
5.
The other roll was good, though. 14 and a 2.
See the ass end of something wide. Not entirely sure what.
Felgren, where will you make your illusion, and I will get as close as I can.
Other cart is not pulled by goblin? Something? Is big. Much bigger. It could go faster.
Right. The question is, whatever it's pulling it, do you suppose it's left over from the the dwarves? Or do you think it's of the goblins? I think they brought their own. I don't know what could pull that big size of a sled. Say, you can see how tall it is, and if it's got that much ingot in it.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd have to get rather close.
Need to go quickly or
Aye. Okay. Well, let's do this then. Dreamer, if you want to try to make your noises, Felgren, if you want to create some type of an illusion, see if you can't spook them away. If not, well, we do what we do best.
So where are you all positioning yourselves?
I'm gonna circle around the left side.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he'll follow.
Yeah.
We'll say for the sake of this scenario, the goblins are very obviously, aside from that quick glance over the shoulder, not paying attention to their
I
surroundings.
think Krellick's gonna go right.
Yeah, I think Rian is going to go with Krellick.
So any action you engage in will be a surprise round.
Tavini can barely see anything, so she's just going to go, like, head straight towards the cart very quietly. Or as quietly as someone in chainmail can go.
Are you staying out of the immediate firelight, or are you going for it?
She's staying out of immediate.
But I think Rian will lean into Krellick. He'd be like, if those things, if the little ruse doesn't work, and those things turn towards our fellas up there,
I'm charging.
yeah, we have to pull them to us. We can't let them charge our northern people.
Oh,
So
I
they'll be
gotcha.
torn apart. We're the shore on which the tide breaks.
As soon as they make the noise, I'm going in.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Well, give it a second. Let's see if they run away. Then
I think I'm just outside the firelight, I'm not sure.
yeah, firelight's like right here, I think. Yeah.
So we can get about right here.
Tavini has no idea where anyone is now, so she's just kind of like...
Huddling in the dark, like, I'm sure something will work.
yeah.
So, Dreamer, as you get nearer the lead sled and kind of alongside it, you can very faintly see this lone torch that is sort of stuck in a
Stagger.
holder
There we go. Perfect.
on the rear left above what appears to be a wide double door that opens into what you assume is the interior space of the lead wagon. You can also see very narrow slits, 2 of them on either side. You also see the very broad shoulder in the dim flickering light of that lone torch of a polar bear pulling the lead sled. There also appears to be a white feathered hawk with black markings perched above that torch. It's kind of shifting anxiously on its feet. Does not seem to have spotted you out there in the darkness. Rolled a 1 on its perception
job.
check.
Nice. What a stupid bird.
Stupid idiot bird.
What a stupid, dumb bird.
It's literally the only sentry is the pet hawk.
Yeah.
Tavini's gonna creep a little closer. Because she still can't see anything or anyone.
Is it pitch black or is it like
Yeah,
dimly
I can-
lit?
Krellick see Tavini?
You guys are in darkness. The aurora has not spread its ribbon across the sky. It is pitch black.
And Tavini doesn't have dark vision.
And I will ask if all of you could roll initiative for me
Yeah.
so that we are prepared for whatever shenanigans you want to do. Because you will be each allowed 1 for the surprise round leading into...
Nice.
Damn, Krellick. 21 on the friggin' initiative?
Yeah.
I thought I was doing... Man, we rolled high, because I had a 17, and I'm dead last of the group so far. Oh. Hey, there we go.
So, who's starting us off? Who's doing what? If Felgren wanted to do something?
I was waiting for
Yeah.
them to try to scare stuff
Yeah, they're
off.
going to do that. They're going to try to scare him with the Yeti
Alrighty.
noise.
Dreamer is waiting on the illusion to appear.
So, yeah.
And is also like tucked down into the snow, prone.
Okay.
With just his different colored eyes kind of almost glowing in the darkness very
Yeah, I
faintly,
felt-
not noticeable to the goblins.
Felger's laying in the snow next to him. Like, kind of like they're just army snipers.
Doing Navy SEAL
Yeah.
signs. But
He's like, are you ready?
Krellick's gonna
Nodding.
set the body down.
I think
Use it as a shield.
I got my own shield. And he's gonna get his weapon ready.
But it's a meat shield.
so. Yeah, he'll pull out of his components pouch a little piece of fleece and start muttering the incantation.
Okay.
And do minor illusion. What he's going to create is a yeti, much like the one we saw. Big, snarling, rippling with muscle, trudging towards them, or I guess running if we're trying to scare them.
So, minor illusion is hard pressed to get anywhere near that level of detail. But humor me if you can roll me a charisma ability
He's
check.
hoping that the darkness might help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
A charisma check.
yeah, because it is your spellcasting ability.
So
Anytime that you sort of are going to attempt to do something that isn't necessarily within the spell's
Yes.
parameters, I'm probably going to be asking for
he's
one.
gonna be
Because yeah,
gonna be
I'll allow
using
it.
Tides of Chaos.
Nice.
So
That a boy.
advantage, hopefully it's
It's gonna
Not
be a
allowed.
fireball right here.
no, it's a cantrip. It won't initiate.
How awesome would it be if it was a fireball?
Oh
What if
my
it,
god, it didn't matter.
Ooh,
Well,
2 and a 5.
That's the risk you take.
Oh,
Those
man.
sounds better be good, bud.
It's like a cardboard cutout of a fucking Yeti. It's like,
Just set it on the edge of the light. It might be good enough.
We'll see.
it looks
Goblins
like
aren't.
that shitty Yeti from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer fucking claymation.
Goblins aren't the smartest creatures in the world, so maybe
Oh, that's
we'll
great.
see.
We shall see.
Hold up.
God, I hope this works. Otherwise, we are. This is unless these guys are just chumps, then we could be in some trouble. With
I mean,
this fight.
goblins are usually chumps. Bears, not so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say polar bears.
Dreamer, because you speak Yeti, if you can give me a performance check with advantage
Nice.
Wow, you got advantage from that.
to give what is essentially a bellowing Yeti war cry.
Exactly what I was gonna go for.
Yep.
Oh, I lost my stone of luck +1 at some point.
Yeah, I stole it.
Son of a bitch.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Only an
Oh
8.
man, 1 and a 6.
Oh
Man,
my god!
Advantage is not doing well for us today.
Dice are not doing well for
So,
us.
as the very vague shape, it almost looks like you guys have. Yeah, every one of us has seen Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
You know how they depict ghosts in Scooby Doo?
Yeah. Just
That is about the extent of what minor illusion is able to do for your attempted Yeti there, Felgrin.
Not my best work.
yeah.
And a dreamer, the sweet boy that you are, it is very, very hard to replicate the ferocity of an angry Yeti. And it almost sounds more like what you would interpret, speaking their language, as a howl of digestional discomfort.
The type of digestible discomfort you get from eating goblins.
Nice.
Together, it's enough for the goblins that are pulling the rear sled to sort of look northward, obviously fixating their attention there. Not enough to scare them, but enough that they start talking amongst themselves very rapidly, and a couple of them start moving off to this side of the cart, or the sled, and all of them seem to be dropping the traces and getting ready to fight whatever it is just made that sound. We are now going to actually
We're doing terrific.
begin our initiative.
You're doing terrific.